The next thing that we have to discuss is a special verb called a stem-changing verb, o un verbo que cambia de raíz, y se encuentran en la página 143 del libro de texto. Stem-changing verbs are exactly what they sound like. It means that in conjugating the verb or in changing it to match the various subjects, the stem changes. And if you'll remember, the stem is the root or the part of the verb that we're left with after we drop the infinitive ending. So there are several different types of stem-changing verbs. Vamos a estudiar tres de estos tipos en esta lección. We are going to study E to IE stem-changing verbs, O to UE stem-changing verbs, and E to I stem-changing verbs. There's one example for each on the board. You'll find more examples in your textbook. And basically what this means, you will find in your vocabulary lists that after the infinitive of the verb, you'll be given the stem change in parentheses. That lets you know, one, it's a stem-changing verb, and two, what the stem is going to change to. So you'll see them listed like this in your textbook with the stem change afterward. Ahora, what you need to remember is that we're going to conjugate these verbs to match our subject pronouns the exact same way we've done other regular verbs. The endings are the same. The only thing that changes is going to be the stem. Por ejemplo, en la forma yo, we've learned drop the infinitive ending and add the new appropriate ending that matches our subject. If our subject is yo, then the new ending would be o. Now, what we have to do in stem-changing verbs is also change the root or the stem, which is going to be the second to last vowel. Pensar. This is our second to last syllable. This is our last syllable. This is the one we're going to drop. This is the second to last, or the penúltima sílaba, and it's going to change E to IE in all forms except nosotros. Nunca se cambia el raíz en la forma nosotros. Only the other forms or subject pronouns. So, yo, with the exact same ending, what we've learned so far in regular verbs, this would be an E. But because it's a stem-changing verb, we know that that E becomes IE in all forms except nosotros. So, yo pienso means I think. En la forma tú, igual, tú piensas. In the third person singular, él, ella, usted, it would become piensa. He thinks. Then we have the third person plural form, ellos, and of course we add our plural ending, piensan. And lastly, nosotros. Nunca se cambia el raíz en la forma nosotros. We do not change the stem in the nosotros form. So it follows the regular conjugation rules that we've had thus far. Nosotros pensamos means we think. Nosotros pensamos. So, un repaso breve. We determine what type of stem change it is. In this case, it's E to IE. The next one is going to be O to UE. Then we conjugate the verb using regular endings to match the subject pronouns. The only thing that we do differently is we change the stem according to the rule in all forms except nosotros. Nunca se cambia el raíz en la forma nosotros. Ahora, let's do dormir. Dormir quiere decir to sleep. Dormir means to sleep. So we're going to conjugate dormir to match all of our subject pronouns. Dormir is stem changing O to UE. Here's my O. It's going to become UE in all forms except nosotros. Así que yo duermo. Yo duermo means I sleep. Yo duermo. Tú duermes. Remember, regular endings for a regular IR verb. Tú duermes. Él duerme. He sleeps. Él duerme. Plural, ellos duermen. They sleep. And what's special about nosotros? Nunca se cambia el raíz en la forma nosotros. So therefore, nosotros dormimos. No se cambia. This does not become UE. No se cambia el raíz en la forma nosotros. So those are the forms of dormir. It's an O to UE stem changing verb. The next verb we're going to study is an E to I stem changing verb, which only exists in IR stem changing verbs. E to I. And again, we're going to change the stem in all forms except nosotros. So, pedir means to order or to ask for. En la forma yo pido. Tú pides. You ask for or you order. Él pide. Note the same endings we've used all along, just one change in the stem or the root of the verb. Ellos piden. And then our special form, nosotros, which does not change the stem, that would be nosotros pedimos. Pedimos. Now, vamos a repasar con una presentación de PowerPoint.